Saudi Arabia, Afghanistan have joined other Gulf countries in officially condemning remarks on Prophet Muhammad made by two BJP leaders who have since been suspended. Now, the controversy erupted amid Vice President Venkaiah Naidu's tour of Qatar. The BJP suspended Nupur Sharma and expelled Naveen Jindal, who had made the controversial comments against Prophet Muhammad and his wife a few days ago on a news channel. The BJP on Sunday even released a statement stressing that the ruling party is against any ideology which insults or demeans any sect or religion, as there was this growing backlash in Gulf countries with calls to boycott Indian products. Saudi Arabia described BJP spokesperson Nupur Sharma's comments as insulting and called for respect for beliefs and religions, according to a foreign ministry statement. Qatar, Kuwait and Iran had summoned the Indian envoy on Sunday. Indian ambassadors, however, had dismissed the statements by BJP officials and the officials themselves as being fringe elements. Meanwhile, India has rejected today a statement by the Organization of Islamic Cooperation as unwarranted and narrow-minded. The 57-nation Organization of Islamic Cooperation had issued a strong condemnation of what it called abuses by an official of the ruling party of India, but also then linking the comments to previous issues like the hijab issue, which is banned in educational institutions, as well as violence against minorities and demolition of their property. Let's go across to Vishnu Shom for more on this. So Vishnu, India reacting to the statement by the OIC. Take us through the details.
So the Organization of Islamic Cooperation is a body which has always had problems with India, and the government of India has been very vociferous for years now in how they respond to the OIC. So with regard to this issue, what the government of India has said, and I quote, is that it's regrettable that the OIC Secretariat has yet again chosen to make motivated, misleading and mischievous comments. This only exposes its divisive agenda being pursued at the behest of vested interests. We would urge the OIC Secretariat to stop pursuing its communal approach and show due respect to all faiths and religions. The government of India has for a long time believed that the OIC is being pushed into a particular position on the basis of what Pakistan believes is the right policy, or being persuaded by Pakistan to adopt a certain course of action or a certain set of policies, and therefore India continues to oppose the OIC quite strongly. That being the case, India's remarks with regard to all the other countries, Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrain, Iran, Saudi Arabia, have been very different from this sort of reaction, where they've quite categorically said that the remarks were unwarranted and they reflect a fringe. They do not reflect the position of the government of India. But I think there is considerable damage which may have been done as far as ties with many of these West Asian and Middle Eastern countries are concerned, and therefore New Delhi very keen to right these relations, because they are absolutely key for so many reasons. Not only are these nations strategic partners, something which has been built up over almost a decade of very hard diplomacy, but they also employ lakhs of Indian nationals. The relationship absolutely key to be corrected and put on a right keel.
Right. And Vishnu, the reason India is opposing this statement by the OIC, besides what you were saying, that it's something that we've always taken exception to, but also the fact that they're linking various, occurrences over the last year or so, be it the hijab controversy or demolition of Muslim properties, and they linked all that into this latest controversy.
It's not uncommon for the OIC to do this, and they've been making several remarks like this in the past. And whenever they do, the External Affairs Ministry reacts very strongly. So to that end, this latest reaction to the OIC is not unexpected at all. I think the real story continues to be how individual nations have reacted and issued statements, and how the government of India has been reacting to those and has been very conciliatory in trying to set right the relations. As I mentioned, the OIC as a body, the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, not just this government, but several governments in the past, have had lots of problems with many of the remarks taken by the OIC. It is believed to pursue a Pakistani agenda, which the government of India in the past has thoroughly rejected.